Sarah,
What's happened?
okay, relax. Remember when I told you that America is a crazy place when it comes to the weather?
Yes, I remember.
You are going to understand why. We are going to react to the best tornado footage ever shot. Yeah, you better be ready. Say hello to my friends.
Hi guys.
My friends, first of all, thank you so much for all the support. You guys have been incredible. Actually, Sarah, I believe they prefer that I react with you.
Oh, thank you guys.
If that's the case, ask them for what?
Guys, leave a like, thumbs up.
Yeah, and if you subscribe,
You make our day.
perfect. Link below. Let's go into this.
It's June 23rd, 1998. In Columbus, Nebraska, farmer Andy
What the hell is that? We never saw anything even close to this, you know. This, honestly, I call this some type of, monster. This is a monster that comes from the sky.
Ulmer has just arrived home when he sees this out of his window. Andy quickly got his video camera and began to record the monster as it was coming directly towards his house. Over the course of the next few minutes, he would provide the world with some of the...
In the same place?
In the same place?
No, that's the scary thing. Sometimes you see this, right, and you think, okay, it's there. But when they told me this is when you are not seeing the tornado moving, means that is moving towards to you, in your direction. This is very scary, honestly.
Yes.
best tornado footage ever shot.
Sorry, my friends, if anyone watching ever end up experiencing something like this, please feel free to leave us the comments.
Yes.
We tend to read most of the comments, so we really appreciate that.
It's late June of 1998 and the tornado season is well underway, and it's been a historic one. An extremely active
So-
first half of the
They have a season 2 tornado.
Yeah. I believe it's more around the spring season.
Okay.
Yeah. But I believe it depends. So we are going to Texas in October, November. I believe we are fine there. And
I hope so.
No, and Texas is not crazy when it comes to tornadoes.
Okay.
But other places like Oklahoma are really crazy.
year has left the US on its heels. A few anomalous events have happened so far, including Florida's deadliest tornado outbreak in history in February.
Okay, Florida is crazy. Everything is crazy in Florida. Sharks, alligators, hurricanes, tornadoes, they have everything. It's, by the way, it's an incredible state. It's very beautiful, but it's crazy.
An unseasonably strong tornado outbreak in Minnesota in March, a couple of F5 tornadoes in Alabama and Tennessee in April, and the only ever high-risk severe weather event issued for the Northeast in May. This active trend would continue into June, which brings us to June 23rd, 19...
So take a look at this. This is Texas. Okay, you can see a couple of dots, but here it's crazy. You know, in the middle.
98. Throughout the day, a moderately strong trough had swept across portions of the central U.S., situating itself over Nebraska. Across the state, temperatures rose into the low and mid-80s. Dew points also rose to nearly 75 degrees, signifying extremely humid air. This warm air mass allowed for a pocket of CAPE with values approaching 4,500 to enter the area. This CAPE, or convective available potential energy, aka fuel for thunderstorms, would significantly aid in what would happen later in the day. As we travel 20,000 feet up from the ground, we find moderately strong 40 to 50 knot winds out of the southwest. However, when we travel back down to just a few thousand feet off the ground, we find what was the real secret sauce to this event. What were measly winds throughout most of the day quickly and suddenly got sent into overdrive mode by what's known as the low-level jet. The low-level jet is a near-daily occurrence during the spring and summer, when the low-level winds in the atmosphere significantly increase around and after sunset.
Okay, so you need a lot of things to happen for you to have a crazy tornado. But I believe America is actually the country in the world with the most tornadoes, by far.
Yeah.
For example, in Canada, I don't even think this is that big of a problem. I don't understand that well why, but America... honestly, I saw a video that they said it's America and China, but America is even worse. America, land of the free and also amazing food and amazing people. My friends, look, real talk, I'm coming to America this year. I cannot wait. This is taking so long, but guess what? You can follow me here. Andrea, why is that important? I may post updates about my trip to the US, and also there is a lot of videos that get blocked on YouTube. They may go here. Twitch, maybe not, okay. But I may stream there one day, who knows. But Facebook, Instagram, X, follow me in all of those. Links below on the description. See you there, my friend, and let's continue with this.
This is typically caused when the upper levels of the atmosphere cool as the day goes on, which causes a pressure gradient between the cool upper atmosphere and the warm lower atmosphere. This pressure gradient then results in strong winds flowing from the cool air to the warm air.
Science.
This low-level jet does a couple of things that significantly benefits tornadoes. The first is that the sharp increase in low-level wind significantly increases the amount of shear or spin, which is obviously critical to tornadoes. The other is that the low-level jet can pull much more favorable environmental conditions for tornadoes northwards with it as the evening goes on. The low-level jet would prove quintessential on June 23, 1998, as it brought in with it more explosive environmental conditions in from the south and also evolved what was just average wind shear throughout most of the day into very strong wind shear by the evening. As the day progressed, a dry line developed and spanned a majority of the Central Plains and would serve as the focal point for thunderstorm development. As the environment cooked throughout the afternoon, explosive storm initiation finally occurred just after 6 p.m. local time, and storms moved northeast. As the thunderstorms continued to develop in eastern Nebraska, 3 separate residents who were in the path would unknowingly be some of the only people to document what was about to happen. The main storm of interest developed just barely to the southwest of the city of Columbus, Nebraska, and slowly moved towards town.
What the people do when this appear?
This happens. So the government sends a lot of. They have information. They have sirens that go off.
Okay.
They get text messages, email. So nowadays there is a lot of technology to help them. But when this happens, I believe what they do is that in certain states, at least, there is specific shelters that they can go and be there. And some people have, basements in the homes, so they also can go there. But I mean, if the tornado is strong, even those places are not that safe. Sometimes because this goes by F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. F5 is totally destruction.
Wow.
There is almost nothing you can do. You have to pray, basically.
Just before entering town, the storm put down its first tornado. The tornado, which touched down just to the north of Duncan, was a relatively weak F1 that remained on the ground for
Okay, F1.
Weak. Okay.
But by the way, even F1 is scary.
Scary. Okay.
It's really scary. And it can kill people, F1. Of course, the destruction is not comparable, but it's still very dangerous.
Just a couple of miles. After lifting, the city of Columbus looked to be staring straight down the barrel of another tornado, with the supercell reorganizing and heading towards town. All residents could do
When this happens, they say supercell. It's a supercell.
was just hold their breath and hope. Luckily though, and even though the storm was spinning like a top, it passed over town without producing. Just as the storm is exiting the Columbus city limits, Kent Sunderman, who is just north of town, begins to record.
Oh boy.
It's like the end of the world is coming.
Yeah, it's a doomsday scenario. It's crazy. It's apocalypse.
Yeah.
Amazingly, just 3 miles after passing through town, the storm put down its next tornado, which is initially just an uncondensed bowl with slight ground circulation.
But can you imagine being in your basement and waiting because it's coming into that direction?
So scary.
Even if you think you are safe, you are not sure.
Yeah.
Kent records the tornado as it makes a few unsuccessful attempts at fully condensing, when he then realizes that the storm has produced another tornado to the south. This satellite tornado is another relatively weak F1 and is also moving northeast.
This is weak.
Just a
so
few
far.
minutes later, the first tornado would try
one tornado.
Can make
Yeah.
multiple vortexes. Yes.
Wow.
And sometimes you can have 2 or 3 giant vortexes. This happens. I believe it's a bit more rare, but it happens, yeah.
Another attempt at fully condensing, and this one would prove successful. Spectacularly, the tornado goes from a barely visible funnel to a large stovepipe tornado in just the matter of seconds.
Oh no, it's hitting the ground. Oh man, I hope somebody doesn't get hurt over there.
From what I understand, when this hits the ground, you know there is a good chance it will keep going and increase.
Going more fast.
Because it becomes stronger,
Okay.
you know, until it disappears eventually. But yeah, this is something that we are very lucky to not have to deal with.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Remember when I told you this is basically a demon? I actually believe people back in the day really thought this was some type of message from God, you know, because you see something coming from the sky,
Yeah.
moving. Imagine
They
it.
try everything.
You have no idea what is going on. You think, what?
It's on the ground.
It's on the ground. Should we call somebody? I don't know, because it's on the
Exactly.
ground.
Call who?
Here, I'm pretty sure, by the lake stuff.
Oh, you the cops?
It is on the ground.
Imagine
Look at it
the
turning into some-
panic.
No, it's.
People-
I cannot even imagine. I mean, if I see this from this window, we are going to Spain, and I hate Spain.
Something big.
The tornado continues to increase its size and strength as it tracks over rural farmland. The tornado initially moved northeast and then turned to the north, then northwest, before coming to an almost complete stop and eventually moving back off to the northeast. Meanwhile, Arlen Wilkie, who is just 3 miles to the northeast of Sunderman, also spots the approaching twister and begins to record as well. The tornado, which has been moving slowly and erratically, continues to grow in size to a quarter
Look
of
at
a
the
mile
difference
wide.
now.
Arnie's
Yeah.
and
Well,
Lucy's. It looks like it's heading to Jerry Arnie's place. Lucy's in that area. Doc Rungy.
so basically, this is atmosphere cool down.
What do you mean? Sorry.
This is atmosphere cold.
No, I also don't. I know what you are saying, but this is some type of phenomenon that there is hot air, cold air, and this
Yeah.
happens. I also don't understand this that well, to be honest. But yeah, it's a phenomenon that happens.
To the left of them trees.
But basically, everything that this thing is touching is flying. You know, and this is moving. If this goes to a car, by car.
Yes.
You know.
Is that the Long Branch?
Where are you at home?
Did it touch down?
Yes. We're standing in front of our house.
And actually, I have to show to you a video now that we are reacting to this. This may shock you, but there is people in America that chase them.
No.
No, yeah, there is. My friends actually leave the number 7 if we should watch that type of videos that guys are actually trying to chase tornadoes. That will blow your mind also.
As Arlen is recording, the tornado is inflicting some of its first damage on a few farmhouses to his east.
Martin is here at my place. Nobody's at his place.
It's great, I told you.
Right into Irma Rickards about.
Watch.
Right even east of that. It's hard to tell.
Watch power. Watch Ruben's house.
Sounds like a freight train from my house.
Tell Todd we got it
They
on
are
video.
so close.
We got it on video from right here. We're just about to see a house disappear, I think.
By the way, I don't even think these people are safe.
But they are calm.
They are calm, but you know, I'm not even sure if they are safe. You know.
It's on the other side of Ruben. It's on the other side.
It's on the other side now. I went past Irma's house and we can still see Irma's house. So it's somewhere on the other side of Irma Rickards' house. It didn't touch. It went north of Irma Rickards.
This moves fast, you know.
Get some people over to Lucy's and that area. Tell Arnold. And Arnie. It went right through Arnie's place and it's
They are talking to police.
And they are talking maybe with neighbors. I'm not sure.
Get that. I don't want that.
I mean, cops cannot do anything either. Wait, are cops? They are not going to arrest this tornado, you know?
Right there.
Jerry Arnie's place had to be hit, I would think. I don't know. And maybe Long Branch.
There's a huge one down there.
Long Branch.
I ain't going out there either.
While the tornado is passing to Arlen's east, it's heading directly towards Andy Ulmer, who is about 5 miles further to the northeast.
Come on, you think somebody has come on here already?
Look at the swirls.
I know it.
Andy has just arrived home from the airport and was in the process of changing clothes when he noticed the tornado out of his window, and he also begins to record.
See, the only thing that you can do is wait and try to be safe, go to a shelter or something. There isn't, you cannot do a lot, honestly. This is completely out of your control at this point.
Yes.
Oh,
Little one,
yeah,
little one.
right there. A whole bunch of little ones.
Warning? Oh, oh my God. I think,
It's very impressive. Whoa.
What?
which way is it going? Is it coming this way?
It was just sitting there.
Well, it may look like it's sitting there.
He mentions in the video that the tornado
See what the woman said? He said, "Oh, he's sitting there." The woman said, "It may look that he's sitting there." She's more smart than Emir.
doesn't seem to be moving, which is a telltale sign that it's coming directly at you. For instance, if you look at the left edge of the tornado and use the tree line as a reference point, it's not moving left or right, which means it's coming directly at them. Meanwhile, back at Arlen's location, the tornado passed directly to his east and now has an audible roar heard on the video.
Palm Ranch must have destroyed it.
What'd you say, Paul?
Go get that big hailstone.
I'm talking
The
to
baseball
Jeff
size
Lewis,
one.
the Palm Ranch. He said everybody's okay there.
Did it hit there?
Sounded like it.
The tornado impacted some of his neighbors' houses down the road, but luckily they avoided a direct hit and the property sustained only moderate damage. The tornado
I mean, and the cops can, block some roads. I mean, they are important here, but at the end of the day, this is out of everyone's control.
Yes.
continues on its northeast track directly towards the Ulmer residence. Even though the tornado is still a few miles away from his location, you can now hear the audible roar of the tornado on his video as well, indicating that this is likely a violent tornado.
Hope we got insurance paid up, dear.
Insurance.
There's some damn big hailstorms coming down.
Hi. Come on, Andy. Listen to it.
Woo! That is definitely.
Now?
No,
Huh?
that's their tornado ways.
Why these people don't run? Don't
Um,
their houses.
Maybe they have a basement and they are waiting for this to get a bit closer to go there. Because it's still a bit far away, of course, but
Yes, but
I also don't understand this that well, honestly. If I saw this, I would pick the car and try to move.
yes.
Maybe this is a mistake, because maybe it's a mistake to actually go into the car.
Okay.
Imagine if there is other tornado in other side or something and you get
Yeah,
caught.
that is true. Yeah.
But I don't know. When I see this, I also have your reaction. I would pick the car and move.
Panic
This is where Oklahoma. Yes, we are going to Florida or something.
Shit.
See, that looks like a demon. Some type of.
Come on, Andy.
It ain't.
Go as fast as good. Come on, Andy.
See this thing.
Andy's wife
brutal.
Susan very understandably begins to try and convince him to put the video camera down and to seek shelter in the basement, but
Yes.
he
Yeah,
can't
see.
take his eyes off of it.
I mean, in a weird way, this is beautiful to see.
Yes.
Because you see this in front of you. It's kind of like something that you may see this in your life one time, specific a big one like this, So I understand the guy. I would also try to record.
This is not good.
Oh, it's moved fast.
Moving. Oh my god.
After a few more minutes of recording, Andy finally begins to realize the danger, but remembers that he was in the midst of changing clothes when he began to record. He then proceeds to utter one of the funniest and most iconic lines ever from a tornado video.
Susan, get my pants.
No, you.
Once Andy puts all of his clothes back
You
on, he
can't.
obliges to his wife's request and stops recording to take shelter.
Well, I'm getting in.
However, just a minute or so later, Andy changes his mind and once again goes to the door to record again.
Again.
As if the tornado could not get any more visual
See, my friends, and this is why humans live longer than us. This is the explanation.
Yes.
We are them.
impressive. It begins to instantaneously change its form from a wedge to a traditional rope tornado.
Whoa.
He's fine. This is fine.
Oh, Nelly.
And then, in another instance, it's gone.
Oh,
Went up in the clouds.
lucky guy.
But I don't understand how can this happen.
Yes.
See, it completely disappears.
Oh, Nelly.
And then, in another instance, it's gone.
Oh, went up in the clouds.
I don't understand
Andy
this.
once again heads downstairs to seek shelter. When Andy once again returns upstairs to record some more, he finds that the tornado has dropped once again as a rope.
See, another rope.
Okay.
However, by some miracle, the tornado made an abrupt and hard turn to the west and somehow missed their farm. While Andy is recording the tornado in its final stages from right under it, Arlen and Kent are filming it from miles away to the southwest in much safer spots. Back at the Ulmer residence, though, Andy records the last seconds of the tornado's life as it actually turns back to the east after passing by the farm. Eventually, though, the rope finally dissipates. After this tornado lifted, the storm continued traveling northeast, and it would produce another 4 tornadoes over the course of the next 2.5 hours. I couldn't really find any other information on these additional tornadoes. In fact, information and damage pictures from the main tornado are also very scarce. Ultimately, though, the main tornado was rated as an F2, with estimated wind speeds between 113 and 157 miles per hour.
Nothing. Imagine F5. If this was F2, imagine F5.
Yes. Oh my
This
god.
tornado was almost certainly much stronger than the official ratings suggest. However, since it mainly stayed over open fields, F2 damage was the highest that surveyors found. The Columbus, Nebraska tornado of 1998 is another classic example of the limitations of
Look at that.
tornado ratings, as this one was almost certainly stronger than the assigned rating. But luckily though for locals, it mainly stayed over open fields, causing us in all likelihood to never know how truly powerful it was.
Okay. My friend, thank you so much. Impressive, right? But I feel like this says the best tornado footage ever, but I believe there is even crazier stuff. We may have reacted to another one. That's it, Sarah. Thank you so much for watching this with me. Say goodbye to my friends.
Bye, guys.
Bye, my friends. See you guys in the next one.